In this video, we are going to be analyzing Novavax, ticker NVAX. If you want to stock analyze yourself, just throw it in the comments and we'll get round to it. But to get straight into it, again, big catalyst today is they have had earnings. That's why we're up around 45% on the day. We opened up around $9 on the day. We pushed about another 2 points to around $11. Now, what you'll be able to see already is we do have two blue lines. So on the upside, obviously, that's our key resistance. On the downside, that's the key support. What are these key supports and resistance? So what I like to be paying attention to is what are the options pricing in. So we can see Friday expirations are pricing in around a $2.30 move. So again, we usually price that in about from the open, and we can see, and actually that's about 10 cents off. We're looking at 11.30 as a resistance and around a 6.50 support. So firstly, when we come into these kind of ranges, the first time we kind of come into this, or if we break it, really we're looking for a pullback back below that level if we break above it. So that's firstly why I like plotting these levels, because if today the momentum stays strong, we go in for that next kind of break to the upside. If we break above that level, again, probably something I'll be looking at trading with puts. Again, usually only a day trade, but like to be playing against it if it starts breaking above its option pricing high or low. Because again, that's its priced in move to Friday. If it's doing it on today, then really, it gives us kind of 3 days to get in the money. Again, usually I do it as a day trade, but what you tend to see is it does it in that same day, and usually relatively quickly if we start breaking above that pricing. Now, on to the next set of key levels. What do I like to pay attention to? And it's going to be standard deviation channels. On the left, we have a 6 month. On the right, we have a 1 year chart. And again, really what I'm paying attention to in here is what are the key deviation levels. So we do have one at 10.75. This was our first deviation on the 6 month. Obviously, that's below our option priced low. So really not something I'd ever really be looking to trade. But what we can see in this case is this is where we kind of test the option priced high. We start to pull back. We're kind of holding this as a support. So really this is what I'll be watching for now. Again, we might have made the move by the time this video is out. But if we start breaking below probably 10.50 or kind of below this low, so probably 10.40, then again, probably going to continue down and probably give up the gains of today. However, if we start breaking today's high, which again, if it does happen, will probably happen quite quickly, then expect to pop above that 11.30. And again, then we'll start looking for that reversal play intraday. So that's kind of the key focus for now. Again, when we have deviation levels between the option price level, we don't tend to trade off of them all that much, just because again, the probability of them working is usually just a lot less. So that was the first level we wanted to cover. And if we break that, we have our next level around $15.50, which is our first deviation on the 1 year. So if we do break out of here and we do get that strong uptrend, that's going to be that next key level I'm paying attention to. The first time we come into here, really looking to play a pullback at a minimum, but if not an overall reversal coming into this level. And a stock like NVAX, I do prefer to play short than long bias, just because look at it. At an overall trend, it is a strong downtrending stock. So really, if I can, I want to capture and kind of get on that trend. In these kind of trends, because usually I'll swing trade something like this, I want to be trading the overall trend. If I'm day trading, I'm not as fast if I'm playing against the overall trend, but especially if I'm looking for a swing trade, which I usually do if it's a deviation trade. Again, looking to play the overall trend, which in this case it is going to be a short bias. Now, if we do end up breaking above that, and the way to kind of justify breaking above it is not just popping straight through, but breaking above it, coming back to test it as a support, and if that level can hold, then we're looking to play our next resistance, which will be around $19.10. And if we break that, we'll plot two more resistances, which is going to be $27.50 and $34. Now, obviously, some of those very far off, considering we're at around $11 now, probably not going to hit those anytime soon. So really my main focus is really just going to be this $15 if we can break outside of that option priced high. Now, for the support side, the main focus is going to be the option priced low, so that's $6.50. If we did break that, paying attention to that 52-week low of around $5.60. And on the way down, then really it's going to be psychological levels from there. So you got the $5, the $4, the $3. We're going to have the $2.50 because again that lines up with the statistical mean, and really if we start breaking below there, not really going to be something I would like to touch at all, because again then we're really coming below that fair value, and I think it's more kind of just a gamble waiting for there to be a pop. You don't really have any risk parameters in place if you're buying at those kind of lows, so not something I'm going to personally look at myself. So anyway, that is the breakdown on Novavax. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, and why don't you check out this analysis video.